Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Monday morning. To start off on a big week, another big week. I thought last week we had some really special guests. We got a lot of comments, a lot of feedback on them, so we appreciate that, and I passed it on to those folks, and they appreciated it. So good week. So let's get started with our weather now, brought to us by our good friends up there at Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. We're looking at a high today of 69, a low down to 46. Pretty mild day, rainy a little bit. The water temperature at the end of the pier, 59 degrees. On Monday, we always like to look at a Monday moon forecast. I guess it's not really a forecast because we know exactly what's going to happen. It's a moon phase that's brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. We actually had the brand new moon this past Friday, so we right now just waxing up a little bit, like a little bit of a sliver in the February nights we're having. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today is February the 12th, and guys, go in and start getting ready for Valentine's Day now. Not much of a tide the next 3 days, all the way through the end of the week. Now there'll be some good tides. A little bit of a tide, a low at 9:15 and a high at 1:56 after lunch, be at a high tide. Our wind direction be west-southwest at about 13. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I like to share with y'all a lot of different things I get to do, and always on the positive things as far as sort of helping other people out and doing things for our young people. And last week I had an opportunity to go to Tallahassee to the legislative session. I went last year also on some school board business, but this is a little bit with Panhandle Outdoors and school. I always pushing school stuff, you know, but what I had a chance to do, I was Mitzi Prater's the Republican Party. She knows a lot of people there, but I was invited by Missy Timmons, who was one of my former basketball players, to come and talk because she knew what I was doing, and I keep up with her. And she has her own lobbying firm in Tallahassee, a very strong lobbying firm. I'm very proud of Missy. Y'all may remember her parents, the late Stan and Charlene Timmons in St. Andrew Bay Real Estate. With Missy's their daughter. And she's one of those strong power brokers in Tallahassee. And she wanted me to come and talk about my outdoor education class and spread, because my goal is to have it in all 67 counties. That's just a personal goal. We've already got them in 5, so it'd be great to have them. Y'all know how I feel about it. It's nothing new. So I was able to go down there. She had, over there, she had a group that one of her companies she lobbies for, or organizations, is the Marine Industry Association of Florida, and they have legislative days, and they just come up there and this is an interesting group of people because I was able to meet them, and I was one of the speakers. I got to speak 30 minutes. They gave me 30 minutes to speak to these folks, and I told them about the outdoor ed program. I also talked about Panhandle Outdoors. They were fascinated with it. And I had a packet put together and all kind of good, positive information on young people and outdoors. And they were just, like this. They would buy it into it big time. These are pretty strong people as far as financially established. So here, I'm going to show you some pictures and tell a little bit of story behind them because it's important to me, and I think most of y'all it's important too also. This is Mrs. Consulting Firm, okay, Timmons Consulting Limited, but she's very strong. Okay, here she is. Okay, she took a picture of me talking. I didn't have my fishing clothes on, so anyway, and there's Missy right there. She played basketball for me back in the day, outgoing and strong-willed, and does a lot of good things in Tallahassee. I've got to go by and see Jimmy Petronas when we're over there, and he's always so friendly, and just glad to see everybody, and got to spend a few minutes with them. And they're pretty busy over there, but Jimmy, he's getting a lot of things done. He really is. I really think a lot of Jimmy Petronas. And I had my granddaughter, Mackenzie. This is the next day at the Governor's Club, and we got to speak at the Governor's Club. Mackenzie the sophomore at FSU in Panama City, and she wanted to tag along, and Gail was with us, and we just had a wonderful time. And okay, this lady here, okay, I want to talk about her. This is, you know, you meet different people, and you go to different places, and I gave the talk about how Outdoor Ed started and our roots and everything, how we do things, and I got to talking about the importance of it. And after the meeting, we had, you know, it was like a 2-day, you know, all afternoon and part of the night, and then I saw them the next day, and so I sort of got to know them, and really strong, civic-minded people, and they, you know, they wanted to do some good things. Every one of them came up and talked to me sometime during that period of time, and were so positive. And but this lady here, she came up to me, and she's in Naples, Southwest Florida, and she has a 13-year-old, 11-year-old, and her husband's a fishing guide. So but here's what was amazing. 2 things. She has a very close friend who's on a school board down there, and when she gets back, which is this week, she's going to talk to that school board member down there. It's amazing how things work. But the most fascinating thing about her, okay, we always talk about up here having the generations you are in the Florida Panhandle, and I talk about I'm 5th generation, my grandkids are 7th generation, but anyway, I'm 5th generation, which is not that unusual up here in Northwest Florida. A lot of families can claim that. Got to talking to her, folks, she is 5th generation South Florida, in South Florida. I told her I've never seen or talked to anyone who's been in South Florida for 5 generations. And it goes back to her great-granddad. They were fishermen when they came in. And I thought that was so cool to run across people and share things like that. But I just had a wonderful experience. I ran into a state school board member, and she's from Jacksonville, and she's going to talk to her people about it, and also going to talk to the State Department of Education. All this to try to get outdoor ed into classrooms, and everybody agreed that we're getting all kind of mental health money, and it'd be good to have some of that mental health money to go into these things like outdoors to prevent some of these mental health problems instead of pouring all the money and trying to treat it. So an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, but I didn't want to spend all this time on it, but I also want to share with you some of the things going on, and people, their heart's in the right place as far as getting things done. I got to see our representative Griffiths, who's been on the show. Got to spend some time with him, and he's doing good. And we got all kinds of good things going on. And also, one quick closing note: Senator Jay Trumbull, they were on the floor, and all these people are hooked up and all. And some of the folks, I'm gonna have to tell you more about some of the folks, the Rogers family. Jimmy Rogers, good morning up there in Chipley. I know you watch the show every morning. He's been up here a long time. I appreciate you watching the show. His daughter was there working for Senator Trumbull. Well, they had it set up when I wanted my granddaughter to see the Senate working, and Mitzi Prater and Mackenzie and I was there, and Jay Trumbull got up and recognized me, and he called out, talked about the Panhandle Outdoors. So Panhandle Outdoors was recognized on the Senate floor as being America's only daily outdoor TV show. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. One thing I want to bring up, I ran into all kinds of people in the hallways, and everybody sort of knew I was an outdoorsman, and one of the people, I forget who the word, they're introducing an amendment in November, and we all need to be aware of it, that guarantees hunting and fishing, the right to hunt and fish forever in Florida. You take that for granted, but other states don't have that situation. So a lot of states in the U.S. are doing that now. So we'll talk more about that. I told the lady that was one of the lobbyists in favor of it, I said, you're welcome to come on the show, but I think 99% of our viewers will be in favor of that amendment. But so anyway, let's keep that in mind. We'll talk about it more later. Enough about government. Well, speaking of government, Panama City, I want to congratulate them on putting together a really nice boat ramp down at Snug Harbor Marina. And I was able to go down there last Thursday and shoot some video. I got the call that they had, they were going to have the grand opening. So when I go shoot video on something like that, I'm fortunate enough I can spend time talking to people. Our news people, our local stations do a great job covering it, but they have so much I have to put it in real short. But they'll cover a minute or so, but they're always good about covering it, and I try to add more to it because I have more time to talk about it. So I was able to talk to some good folks and all. But it was interesting. The city, way back in 2016, bought this property. It was just junky, had all kind of stuff on it, but it was on the water, deep water. It's right there off Business 98, right east of Harrison, sort of where the old Methodist church is. So they were able to purchase it, but now in 2016, then in I wrote it down, in 2021, they started putting bids out, okay, to construct it. That's how long it took. So here we are, 2024, and a grand opening. So you see, it just takes a long time. I've seen it firsthand in government and all, how long it takes to get the permits and the money and all that. So anyway, they have it set up. It has a unique situation because it has a boat wash that comes in from the ground up underneath and washes the trailer off. You're gonna be amazed at it. I've never, all the time I've been around boat ramps, I've never seen anything like this. So Jeff, let's roll this it's about an 8-minute video. Be right back. All right, folks, here we are. Snug Harbor Marina. Across the road, there's Watson's Landing Marina. First thing you notice about this is how much room they have. The city of Panama City started these plans a good while back, and today is the grand opening of Snug Harbor Marina. And I want to talk to people today, some outdoorsmen that's going to use it, but man, this is exciting. Anytime you get a boat ramp, especially one like this. So let's go down there and take a look at it. All right, look at this really nice bathroom, public bathroom. Cool. Okay, Chris Forehand. Okay, Panhandle engineers helped design this, so tell us about this ramp.
Okay, so Coach, the ramp, we got 2 ramps we can put in. We've also got a handicap floating dock so that you can stage, when you put your boat in and take the boats out. We got a boat wash station that's over there that I just mentioned to you.
We're going over that boat wash in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then we've got a pavilion over here that's, folks can hang out and come watch the 4th of July festivities. People putting their boats in and out. Anyways, it's got 42 parking spaces on the whole place. It also has a restroom, men and women's restroom.
Yeah.
But just a really nice facility. It's all well lit.
Cool. All right, we're gonna walk down and look at it up close, and we're gonna launch a boat here shortly, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a floating dock here.
Yeah, it's a concrete floating dock. Just gives a lot better access to the handicapped folks. And then also, of course, serves as a good staging location. Gives a place where, people who have smaller boats, wave runners and things like that, give them a little better access.
Really nice.
Got some pergolas over there so you can just sit.
This is beautiful. Okay, you take your boat out of the water and you come over here.
Yeah, you pull up here and then you just press the button.
All right, press this button right here. Oh my goodness, look at that.
It just sprays up and it cleans all the salt off your trailer. Then you just slowly pull through it. And then, if you feel like you don't get it clean, you can just come back around and push it, go through it again.
Yeah.
But it's just,
that is special.
Than having to clean your trailer as much as you get home.
All right, that's special. All right, folks, when it comes to these things, I just run into some good friends and friends I've known a long time, and this lady here is special. This is Janice Lucas. Good morning, Janice.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
City Commissioner.
The Honorable Winston Chester.
Okay, listen, we go way back, and one of the things, when I wrote my book, your dad was such a strong instrumental force in the Bay County fishing heritage.
Yes.
And he was in my book, and you shared the stories with me, and I'm thinking, man, would he be excited about something like this today?
Oh, wow, he would. He would. He was not a fisherman, but he loved supporting the industry and supporting the fishermen and making sure that what they caught and brought in to sell to those of us who love to eat seafood was fresh and ready all the time.
And I talked to so many captains and waterfront people, and they just thought the world of him.
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
So as a city commissioner, this has got to be a happy day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because we're allowing boating to continue for generations to come, recommitting to the boating industry in our community. And man, this is a beautiful place.
It is. It's outstanding. Well, Dennis, thank y'all for doing this. Thank you to the city of Panama City for taking care of this. This is beautiful. Thank y'all.
Thank you for all you do, Coach.
All right, tell the folks who you are.
Well, I'm Sherwin Prowse, and this is my wife, Emily.
And they've been on the show before. We've talked about great outdoorsmen, and so you're close by this ramp. So what y'all thinking about it?
Well, I think it's a good idea. They did a wonderful job, and anytime we can get more access to the water, I think we're better off for it.
You got that right.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
So we're proud of it. It looks great.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay, I'm here with Sam Stone, ICE, Inland Construction and Engineering. So y'all worked on this strong.
Yeah, it's been a real good project. It's going to benefit all the citizens of Bay County. It's a really nice boat ramp facility. You've got a wash down for your trailer once you pull your boat out, and I think it's going to make everybody really happy.
Well, I know. Y'all been on it a while, and what's been the biggest challenge of building something like this?
There's a lot of water on the site, and it's real hilly, and obviously was a marina and a working boatyard here for a long time. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of obstructions in the water, items like that. But it's nothing we couldn't overcome. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a real great project. A great facility for all of our citizens.
That's great. And now listen, I'm going to do a little side note here. I've known this young man since he was a young man, and he graduated with my son Chip, and we've had some good times. A great guy. So we appreciate all the things y'all do, Sam.
Well, I sure do appreciate it, Coach.
The crowd is gathering.
My name's Jonathan Hayes. I'm the city manager, and we're just going to have a kind of a short program, and then we'll turn it over to the chamber for the ribbon cutting. I'd like to welcome. We have Commissioner Janice Lucas from the City Commission, Ward 2, and then Commissioner Brian Granger, Ward 3, and then Commissioner Josh Street, Ward 4. Each of them are going to make some comments.
Isn't it a beautiful day? I mean, we could not have chosen a more beautiful day to launch this new boat ramp here in the heart of Panama City. I want to thank all who have been involved with this project. I want to invite our community to come out, launch your boats, and continue the fun-loving sport of fishing and boating in our community. Thank you.
Okay, Shane's going to present the plaque to Commissioner Lucas.
Well, as a community, I can genuinely say that I can speak for all and say we're pretty excited to have a brand new boat ramp.
Well, you can enjoy it.
Panama City Fire Department, the very first boat has been launched here. All right, here we go. First boat being pulled out of Snug Harbor Marina. History being made right here. It's the Panama City Fire Department. Man, is that a nice boat or what? Whoa. I know you got to put out fires, but you can catch some fish off that boat. Okay, now listen, we got to get some fishing boats down here now. We've had the ceremonial boat, and we got to get some fishing boats. And you see all the room for parking. There's a boat wash over there, and so I think we're moving. All right, they are going to bring it over here to the boat wash. And this boat wash was designed here locally, and the thing about it might be one of a kind here. This is so interesting. You tell outdoorsmen, look at that. Oh, cool. Is that not the coolest thing since canned corn? Look at that. I love it. You get everything underneath it. Washes off the motor, your trailer, motor underneath your boat. This is true This is cool. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'm thankful for Panama City getting around and doing that boat ramp. We have to have public boat ramps throughout the area, and they're very special to me. And this is a fine one. If you get a chance to check it out, good. And we need the ones we got. We need to take care of them, and then we need to acquire some more. But public boat ramps are critical for us, and we've been blessed in this area. Really have. Now let's take a look at the fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our time, how about from 1:06 to 3:06 this morning, and this afternoon 1:31 to 3:31. I wanted to mention this. You know, last Friday our guest, we had such a good guest on, and we went into the famous Friday fishing forecast. I felt a little guilty not being able to really give y'all a lot of the fishing report, but he was such a good guest, and I got so many good comments on him, and we're going to have him back, and I'm going to go out to Deer Lake State Park and walk around with him some and just visit out there. But that was really cool. So I didn't want to take up his time too, but I wanted to share with y'all. So I jotted some notes down last night on fishing. Here's what I would have talked about, and it goes on into this week. So the big thing is they caught some squid. The first squid have been caught. It was caught over in Okaloosa Pier, but that's a good sign, the first squid being caught. And I mentioned this, the redfish, I did mention that on the show Friday, but the crappie bite in Lake Talquin is hot right now. The month of February is just really strong. So those are things I wanted to highlight during the fishing forecast. But I know some of y'all were able to go, and we'll get more reports as we go through the week. And this Friday we'll really cover it. So I just wanted to get that covered. Have some more stuff, but I don't have enough time. Well, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll have some more video on some different things. But if we have these pictures, I got a lot of pictures to show you, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. So send these pictures in. Tell us a little bit of story behind them. Always have good stories and good photographs y'all have. Send those in too. People enjoy those things of our beautiful Florida Panhandle. Have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.